Welcome to the rest of my life. My name is Lance Ash, and we have several definite topics for tonight's show. So let's get right to it. But first, what's in my bag of CDs? Number one, James Taylor's Greatest Hits. This is his original Greatest Hits package. David Bowie, the Lodger album. Hold on a second. Okay. Hold on, we're getting... Okay. Next, Duran Duran, Astronaut. Roxy Music, For Your Pleasure. That's their second album. Herbie Hancock, Speak Like a Child. Roxy Music, Flesh and Blood. Sade, Lover's Rock. Really sad song on there, By Your Side. Die Fantastischen Vier, Vier gewinnt. Carlos Alomar, Dream Generator. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Alright, let's get right to it. Number one topic. What does this say? Yes. Important topic here. Alright. Friday morning after work, I had a doctor's appointment at my neurologist. So my wife went back to the little waiting room with me, the little examination room. We're sitting in there waiting for the woman to come in. And there's a mirror in there, right? And we're bored, waiting. So I'm looking in the mirror, and the mirror is at just the right angle for me to catch the back of my head. And I've been in denial for 2 years now that I'm losing my hair in the back, and I hate it. I really hate it. So I just had this moment of enlightenment. It's like, well, if that's the way it's going to be, then that's the way it's going to be. So, nothing you can do about it. Just face the facts that you're an old, ugly, fat fucker. And you're not going to be picking up college-age girls anymore. So, I told my wife, well, that's it. I'm just going to get a good haircut, good short haircut. I'm not going to grow my hair 3 feet out in the back and to cover it over. That's just stupid. See, I've been letting my hair grow. Okay, ever since the pandemic started. I used to go to this barbershop downtown Athens called Mr. Haircut, old-fashioned barbershop. Regular old man's hair cutting place, right? Well, pandemic kind of put a kibosh on that. I went there once in the last 2 years, 2.5 years. But I haven't gone in many, many months. My wife's been cutting my hair mostly for the last 2.5 years, but I've been letting it grow because it's getting a little ducktail in the back, right? I thought it would look cool. Usually I just get my hair wet and just slick it straight back, right? So I thought, okay, well, no more of that, because you're just obscuring it, and everybody knows you're obscuring it, and knows you will be obscuring it. So just got a good short haircut. So the idea was Saturday, I was going to go, my wife dropped me off at Mr. Haircut, and then I was going to walk over to the UGA library and get some books. Anyway, so going to Mr. Haircut, and The first thing that struck me was 8 people sitting on the bench waiting to have their hair cut. 4 chairs in operation, 4 people cutting hair. Second thing that struck me was, whereas in the past they would play like some radio station that plays like oldies, they're playing loud hip hop music, and I only recognized I've never had a bad haircut there. They have like maybe 10 women that cut hair there. I think there's 6 chairs, 6 chairs. I only recognized one of the people, one of the women cutting hair. Not saying anything. I don't want to be perceived as racist. God knows I don't want to be perceived as racist. But 2 of the women cutting hair were black. And it's just my suspicion, totally biased, bigoted, old-fashioned suspicion, that black women don't know shit about cutting white people's hair, white men's hair. And those suspicions were partially fulfilled because I sat there on the bench and I'm waiting. I'm like, well, my wife is expecting to pick me up at the UGA library at 1. So I've got like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, an hour and 15 minutes. Am I going to get my hair done in time to walk over to the library, get some books, and then meet her in the parking lot? I don't think it's going to happen because I got 8 people waiting in front of me. And from what I could tell, the black women were doing stuff to these white guys' hair that was totally unnecessary. When they get down to using the trimmers, the clippers, electric clippers, they're putting drops of glycerin or something on the clippers. And a bunch of nitpicky, fiddly, unnecessary detail and stuff. And I just thought, I'm going to be here forever. So the final straw was, I thought, wonder how much the price of haircut has gone up. So I walk over to the price sheet on the wall, and basic haircut $22 and up is what threw me, because it's like, barber's discretion. So I walked out. I'm not, just fuck it. I'll find somewhere else downtown to get my hair cut. So I'm walking. And finally I find not a barber shop, but a hair salon. And I walk in. The place is totally empty. One of the stylists, not a barber, but a stylist, is sitting in her little chair reading a newspaper, okay? Another woman comes out of the back and she goes, "Hey, welcome to whatever." And I said, "How much is the haircut?" She goes, "Haircut is $45. And I said, $45. So I started to walk out, and I said out loud, "Well, I guess I got no choice." So I turned around to her and she goes, "Now look, this is like 12 o'clock, okay? Noon." She goes, "But we won't have anything available till after 4. There's nobody in there. Nobody in there. So I just walked out. I didn't even let her finish her fucking sentence. So I went over to UGA and I got some books. So I had my wife cut my hair when we got home. And I'm just not going to worry about going bald. There's nothing I can do. If it gets really, really bad, I'll just grow a great big beard and I don't know what else. Oh. I'm not racist. Okay? Alright, next on the list. What does this say? Okay, I mentioned that already. Why are there... Oh, okay. This is a topic that pisses me off, irritates me. Alright, I discovered the YouTube channel Mooncat, spelled funny. It's this British woman who does in-depth what would you say, reporting and analysis of different topics, like hour and a half long videos. And the first one I watched was about the coming, she calls it libertarian dystopia, created by a world run by digital algorithm, where your access to credit and information is all based upon whatever. Anyway, so I saw some other videos by her, one of them slamming the men's rights movement, and I thought this is pretty good, right? Very left-wing, very progressive. So I'm watching, listening, and ad after ad is for the Epic Times and vote for Herschel Walker, and you're a man, you want to smell like a man, you know. And I'm just thinking, what is it? My wife says it's all just, you know, the algorithm. She's got the word manosphere in the title of one of the videos, so they think, well, you want this. You want right-wing propaganda. You want ads for Grizzly Bear soap and whatever. But that makes no sense. Any half-witted attempt at parsing the content of these videos would tell you these are left-wing. The people who are watching them are left-wing people. They don't want ads for Herschel fucking Walker or the Epic Times. Why do I get ads for this shit? I don't watch videos from the Fox News Network or OAN or any of this other shit. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand the world. This is not the world that I wanted to live in. This is not the world I wanted to grow up in. Now, related to that, last topic. All right. And this is related to my first story, too. Can't remember what got me into this. Can't remember. But anyway, all right. A lot of the books I got from UGA, from the UGA library on Saturday, were related to 70s graphic design, 70s illustration. There was, and I guess still is, a very influential graphic design studio called Pushpin Studios. It actually founded in the 50s, but I think reached its heyday in the late 60s, early to mid 70s. Very distinct graphic style. Seymour Schwast, Milton Glaser, John Alcorn, those people. And that style of graphic design, that style of illustration really appeals to me. And I remember it really appealing to me even as a kid. I remember noticing Seymour Schwast's work as a kid and being so struck with it that I memorized his name. And anytime I would see his stuff, I go, oh, that's him. So I thought, well, I'm going to get some books on this stuff and really soak into it, right? And I had just such, I don't know, wonderful feeling come over me from immersing myself in this old stuff. Milton Glaser is most famous for doing the Bob Dylan poster with it's a silhouette of his face, but his hair is different colors coming out. I think it was I can't remember what concert, what festival that was for. But anyway, it's just so nice to get connected with the type of visual art that really appeals to me. Oh dear. And hold on a second. And that relates to my getting out a lot of this music tonight. James Taylor and David Bowie and stuff. It's really odd, though, that there really is no way. If you're in the mood for immersing yourself in visual arts, there really is no equivalent musically. I guess to a certain extent, maybe comedy albums like Firesign Theater or something like that. Maybe that may be true. I mean, to engender that sort of feeling, connection to your earliest aesthetic influences. I don't know. I do know that immersing yourself in 70s television is not the way to go. Oh my God. For one thing, the comedy shows all had laugh tracks which were just horrible. When I was a kid, I loved The $6 Million Man. There's no way I could watch that today. Certainly not with the sound on. Well, anyway, my hair looks pretty good. My wife did a pretty good job on it. Another reason I pulled out James Taylor is because he used to have this pretty boy look with long hair and stuff, and then he went bald, and he just thought, fuck it, I'll wear a hat. I'm not going to start wearing a hat. That's the coward's way out. Had a really good weekend, though. Got a little bit of yard work done. Got some painting done. Pretty good weekend. Trying to think what else to talk about. When I was a kid, we used to get magazines like Good Housekeeping, Family Circle, shit like that. Better Homes and Gardens. And as my recollection is, when I was about 7, I think I was, Jello had an ad in one of these magazines, an offer. You could get this book called Magic Tricks, Jello Magic Tricks or something like that. And I think I pestered my mother to order it. She ordered it, like 2 proof of purchase seals and, $2 or whatever. And it was illustrated by Seymour Schwast. And my mother accidentally burned half of it on the stove one day. A couple of years ago, I got to thinking about that book, and I ordered it from Amazon. I got it in my room now. It's really odd to have something like that to delve into. I need to get all my old children's books out. The Ice Cream Cone Coot and Other Rare Birds, What's in the Dark, How High Is Up, How Fletcher Was Hatched. All that stuff. I love all that stuff. I love all those old illustrations. Oh, one book I never owned, but I'd like to get is Me and My Flying Machine. It's a great book. Where the Wild Things Are. When I first read that as a kid, when the little boy's room slowly turns into the jungle, as a kid, I thought, yes, this is the way it should be. Your bed turns into a boat at night and you sail away to this mysterious island. Yes, that's what I want. Get the hell away from this place. Well, I guess we're approaching the end of the show. Oh, Lord. Well, all right, I guess that's about it. Thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.